Hi, Spider-Man.
Finn. Hey. We need to talk. In person.
So you can lie to me again?
So I can make this right. Please. Meet me at Trinity Church. No more lies, I promise.
If you're screwing with me... Fine. I'll see you there.
At least she's willing to meet. Okay. Trinity Church, let's go.
Hello, friends. This is the Danicast with our debates.
That's your intro? Lame! We in the business call that burying the lead. Hype it up! Let me ask you something, Danny. Do you ever think about what you're inciting? About your journalistic integrity?
More than some.
Your dad and I fell asleep listening to this sound every night when we were kids. It's got a good beat.
Okay. Something rhythmic that was around when Dad and Uncle Aaron were little. Not this way. Maybe something mechanical? Pretty sure it's behind me. There's a subway line near here. Not gonna find it over here. Need to wait for the train to come by. Get close enough to record it. Think it's back there. Nah, getting too far away.
Just because it's not Christmas anymore doesn't mean you have to stop being nice.
Need to wait for the train to come by. Get close enough to record it.
City's got your back, Spidey.
I think it's back there. I'm not gonna find it over here. Need to wait for the train to come by. Get close enough to record it. Yeah, that's it.
You probably don't know this, but your dad and I grew up not far from here, before we moved to Brooklyn in high school. Hearing the clatter of the wheels, the squealing when the trains turn or stop, always makes me think of me and your dad's late night talks. Mostly about what we wanted to be when we grew up. I wanted to be a space alien. Your dad's dream changed. Doctor, firefighter, social worker. But he always wanted to help people.
Yeah, sounds like Dad.
Hey, I got word there's an out-of-control helicopter in your area.
Hey, Pod listeners. This episode is part of my series, Underground Exposed. Spider-Man recently took down an underground hideout in Greenwich, and we found evidence that the underground went to war against the Maggia. Yes, that Maggia. The old-school crime family. Back then, there was no Tinkerer, and the underground considered themselves a new class of criminal. The young mafia, if you will. They wanted respect, so they went after the crime families.
Your mom lived here right after college. You know that? She and your dad were dating. 3 of us spent a lot of time here. We got used to this soft, steady beat.
Soft beat. Yeah, it's subtle, but a good beat.
Things were good back then. Felt like they'd be good forever. Your mom got her first gig as a teacher. Your dad was new to being a cop, and I just started calling myself the Prowler. I figured we all kept secrets about our jobs. Couldn't last, though. Your dad's job and mine crossed paths too often.
Man, Uncle Aaron, if you would have been anything else, my mom and dad would have supported you all the way.
This one was all your dad's idea. You need something that's always in this park. quiet on their own, loud in a group.
Loud in a group? How did Dad record this? Was he a pigeon whisperer?
This was way back, before high school. We were hanging in the park one day and someone dropped a hot dog. You know how that goes. Place was swarming with pigeons. Your dad stopped cold. He said, "Aaron, man, that's music. Listen." Next day, we were crawling all over Manhattan looking for beats. Like you are now.
I remember the first time they showed me how to sample. Uncle Aaron had the gear, and Dad had the ear for music.
This is a good one. Me and your dad used to hang around here. Listen while the whole station came alive. That's what you need.
Something at the station. Not this way.
I think hanging around here is how your dad got the idea to be a cop. I said, "Man, you're not uptight enough for that job." He wanted to make things better from the inside. Pretty sure he died trying.
You did make things better, Dad. And so will I.
Times Square. Easy to find someone in the crowd, or lose them. Sound you need's like an electric current.
A current. Could cheat it with venom. Nah. Nah, getting too far away. Not this way. Not gonna find it over here. Electric.
Bigger and bigger every year.
Pretty sure it's behind me. Oh, that's cool. Love how alive that feels.
After I started calling myself the Prowler, met my first client right under this sign. Neon flag's hard to miss, and the crowd makes it easy to blend in. She wanted me to steal a painting. I looked across the square and saw your dad looking back at me. He never said anything. Just turned and left. He didn't know everything.
Be invisible whenever.
Just that I was a thief.
Creepy.
That was enough. I think he saw where we were headed long before I did.
If you would have tried to act right sooner, he would have forgiven you. I know he would have.
Gotta get to the Central Park menorah before they light it.
Yeah.
Hey, Dana fans! You're tuning into my 4-part series, Underground Exposed. While Spider-Man was shutting down the Underground's hideout in the Upper East Side, I found evidence of their days partnering with Tombstone's gang. Yep, you heard that right. They worked together off and on until an Underground killed one of Tombstone's people. Cue violent feud. The Underground were horribly, hopelessly outgunned. Then Tombstone was hauled off to prison, and not long after, the Tinkerer became their new leader and supplier. You can find more details on my blog. Until next time, try to tackle your hardest work between 2 and 3 p.m. Seriously, you're at peak attention span.
This sound always feels like someone celebrating, even when it's just telling time. Your dad thought so too, so we had to include it.
A sound that tells time. Okay. I think it's back there.
Lifting up.
Not gonna find it over here. He said it sounded like a celebration. Not this way. Time, celebrating, something that does both. That's it. Ringing on the hour.
When I hear those bells, I remember the last time I was here. Your dad had just graduated from the police academy. I didn't go to the ceremony, so I met him here after. Bought us milkshakes. Strawberry for him, peanut butter for me. I don't know why I remember that. He said he couldn't cover for me anymore if I got in trouble. I told him I was done with that life. I was lying, but he believed me for a while. Or at least pretended to.
Man, things got complicated between them.
Underground Exposed. I'm looking into who the Underground are and what they want, with the help of Spider-Man. I have to pinch myself when I said that. Okay, so, the Underground used to have a major grudge against the Inner Mutants, and not for the reasons everyone else did. This was before the Tinkerer took over, and way before anyone knew who the Underground was.
This plaza and the blocks around it are alive with sound. What you're looking for is light, distinct.
Light, huh? Okay. Yeah. Wind chimes. That sounds good.
This plaza's where I had my first job. I was fresh out of high school then. Didn't have the gear or the mask. Guy paid me to mug his boss.
So why
Rough him up,
spiders?
take everything
People
in his
like
wallet.
cats more.
Your dad found out. He stood under those wind chimes yelling at me for an hour. But he never told our
Mom keeps
folks.
talking about Imani during
He
class.
made me promise I'd
Hard to
stop
have faith in
stealing.
the struggle when you read the news, though.
Wish I kept my word.
How can it be this cold
You
and
deserve
sunny?
better.
I wish you had too.
Bet I can sell this.
Maybe you and Dad would have stayed close. I can't imagine ever turning my back on my family.
Holidays are the time for giving.
App's got a ping. Someone's trying to break into a store. Hey, did you know there's a weapons deal going down near you?
Have fun with this one. I had a repeat client I always met here. Got real used to waiting, listening, hearing this sound running on a tight schedule.
A sound on a schedule. Fairy horns. That's right.
Client I met here used to take the ferry over from Jersey. Working for him was good money, till he got busted. He's how your dad found out about the Prowler. Not that it was me, but that a thief was making it big in New York, and your dad volunteered for the case. I could feel him closing in. I had to try and guess which would be worse. I told him, or if he caught me.
That'd been me. I don't know what I'd do. That can't be the only reason Dad cut him off. Not if he fessed up. Just wasn't Dad.